Hi, I'm Avery Davidson. Thank you for joining us for This Week in Louisiana Agriculture. And I'm joined this week by a man who has not co-hosted this show since, what, the late 90s, Don?
Something like that. It's been a while. It's nice to be back, Avery. Thanks for asking me.
Well, Don Molino, the legend, is here, and I'm just happy to have a really good partner this week. The long-awaited Farm Bill is taking another step forward this week as the Senate Agriculture Committee is marking up the Agricultural Act of 2026.
The latest version of the bill would strengthen the farm safety net, expand investments in specialty crops, boost conservation programs, and increase support for agricultural exports. It also includes permanent year-round sales of E15 gasoline, a move backed by many farm groups because it could increase demand for American-grown corn. The proposal would also delay by 1 year a requirement for states to begin sharing some SNAP benefit costs, giving states more time to reduce payment errors before those changes take effect. Agricultural organizations, including the American Farm Bureau Federation and USA Rice, say passing a new 5-year farm bill would provide much-needed certainty for farmers facing a difficult farm economy. If the farm bill clears markup, it would move one step closer to consideration by the full Senate. However, it's not likely to see a roll call due to Senator Mitch McConnell's illness and Lindsey Graham's passing. Corn harvest is rolling across Louisiana, but not every farmer got the same start to the season.
In northeast Louisiana, a mid-March freeze forced one young farmer to replant his entire corn crop. TWILA's Carl Wiggers shows us why getting that crop into the combine is about more than just bushels.
Corn harvest is underway in northeast Louisiana. For Cam Harper, getting this crop into the combine took 2 plantings and a long summer of waiting.
You start getting antsy when you see everybody else rolling, so combines are going everywhere. And it feels like it's corn harvest time, but the freeze that happened back in March has pushed back the whole season. I was done planting corn March the 8th, I think, and the freeze came March the 16th. And so my corn didn't get planted until the end of March.
This is Harper's second crop as operator of Macon Ridge Planting Company, but he worked on the same farm before taking the reins. Now he is directing a young crew through a harvest in a year that started with a setback.
You're doing your best to judge on what kind of crop it is all year. You don't really know until you get it in the machine and get it across the scale. But looking in it yesterday and getting the combine lined out, I'm hopeful for an average corn crop.
The outlook has been better in other parts of Louisiana. Much of the corn moving through the Louisiana Farm Bureau Grain Marketing Association was grown south of Alexandria, outside the area hardest hit by the March freeze.
Corn crop's looking pretty good. I think we are ahead of where we normally are at this point in the year. This is personally, Farm Bureau's second biggest corn handle in July that we've had since I've been here. So it's early, it's good. We are hearing some really good yields as well. So it's a good thing right now. Most of our acreage is Alexandria south. There's some north of Alexandria and to the west up the Red River Valley, but most of it is going to be south along the Red River and down the Mississippi River.
On Harper's farm, even an average crop is important to reach.
I would love to cut bumper yields and coffee table yields that you could brag on. But at the end of the day, we're trying to feed our families and we're trying to make ROI, return on our investment. So for me, the yields are important, right? I mean, there's a set number that I've got in my head that's gonna pay the bills, right? But I'm trying to manage that throughout the year to maximize the end result.
Harper also planted about 100 acres of cotton.
I hope it'll be good, Carl.
It is a small part of the operation, but the crop he most enjoys growing.
On 1,200 acres, we've got about 100 acres of cotton. And, I've told you this, I've told my wife this, I've told other men this. If it all loses money, I'd rather just plant something that I'd like to grow and enjoy growing. And that's cotton for me. If in this state that we're in agriculture, don't any of it make money right now. But I sure like walking in that cotton field.
The economics may be difficult, but harvest still brings the moment Harper has worked toward all season. The freeze changed his expectations for the crop, but now that harvest is here, he is not counting it out.
It's not going to ring the bell. It's not going to be what it could have been, if Mother Nature wouldn't have dinged us. But I'm still hopeful that it's going to be an average crop, and I'm not down and out yet.
Reporting in Gilbert, I'm Carl Wiggers for This Week in Louisiana Agriculture.
Harper says most of his neighbors are seeing lower than normal yields so far.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture is looking to recruit more veterans to its ranks. USDA Secretary Brooke Rollins announced a new initiative that expands the department's participation in the military's Skill Bridge program, while also launching a goal of hiring 100 military-affiliated employees in the next 100 days. The effort aims to fill mission-critical positions in areas like cybersecurity, wildland fire management, financial management, and technologies. USDA says veterans bring the leadership and technical skills needed to help protect the nation's food supply, support rural communities, and strengthen American agriculture. For 25 years now, the Louisiana Master Farmer Program has helped farmers improve efficiency, sustainability, and long-term productivity.
As Craig Gautreaux shows us, a rancher in South Louisiana completed the program and is now making environmental improvements.
For more than 100 years, Denise Richard's family has farmed this tract of land in Livingston Parish. She wants to keep the farm in the family, and she wants to continue to make improvements to it. As part of her certification in the Master Farmer Program, she implemented a conservation plan.
The biggest conservation plan that I've made was with the rotational grazing process. I was able to graze more acreage and get better grazing off of each of it.
Donna Gentry is the coordinator of the Master Farmer Program. A pillar of the program is the teaching and demonstration of best management practices that improve water quality and help foster productivity.
We know that to date, with the 390 that are certified or recertified, that represents 220,000 acres of prime farmland where row crops and livestock and other things are grown, and they're sustainably grown.
The program has 3 components. The first one involves 6 hours of classroom training. The second phase is attending a conservation-based field day or workshop, and the final step is the development of a resource management system.
I think one of the biggest strengths is the resources and the information you receive, but don't minimize the fact that you're going to meet some great people and they're going to know so much, they're going to have so much knowledge that you can, there once again, bring back and help you on your farm.
Because of its success, other states are trying to emulate the program.
The program has become a state and almost national standard for environmental stewardship on a voluntary platform, and we think that that's important.
Gentry says she's exploring incentives for becoming a certified master farmer, such as discounts on premiums for farm insurance. With the LSU Ag Center, this is Craig Gautreaux reporting.
The comprehensive resource management component of the Master Farmer Program is developed through cooperation with the USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service. Tens of thousands of pounds of Louisiana rice is on its way to help feed starving people in Africa. It's part of the recently revamped Food for Peace program.
USDA is working with the World Food Program to strengthen foreign relations and establish better food security in struggling countries. TWILA's Josh Meeks takes us to New Orleans ahead of the rice's departure.
The Liberty Grace won't leave New Orleans empty. Instead, it's carrying more than 28,000 metric tons of American rice bound for Kenya through the USDA's Food for Peace program. Much of that rice was grown right here in Louisiana. For Louisiana Agriculture Commissioner Mike Strain, the shipment represents something much bigger than a single voyage.
This ship will feed American-made products to 1 million people. So it's vital, it's critical, it's something that we need to do, and from both a humanitarian point of view, but also from a national and international security point of view.
The Food for Peace program has existed for more than 70 years, but recently moved under USDA leadership. Supporters say the program not only helps feed people facing hunger overseas, it also creates another market for American farmers. For Louisiana's rice industry, that's especially welcome news.
Food for peace, that's what it means. So when you deliver food into these nations that are struggling, right? And again, it's about building friendship and relationships, but it also helps to stabilize those economies.
It's very important. I mean, we want to see disappearance, and we love to see disappearance of milled rice, because that's jobs in northeast Louisiana through Kennedy. That's jobs in southwest Louisiana through the mills down here. And we love to see food aid rice move, and our bins are full. We have a tremendous carryover, and this helps reduce that carryover.
John Owen farms rice in Richland Parish and currently serves as chairman of USA Rice. He says with growers facing tight margins, shipments like this can help strengthen the market heading into next season.
We're feeding people when that, could be infiltrated by people we would consider, bad actors and not friends of the United States. And so I think we're being proactive in spreading U.S. goodwill with these food donations.
And while the destination is thousands of miles away, the journey begins right here along the Mississippi River.
I'm proud that I'm an American farmer, and I'm proud of all my American farmer brothers and sisters.
Reporting from the Port of New Orleans for This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, I'm Josh Meeks.
The Liberty Grace will stop in Houston to fill that empty cargo hold with wheat before making the month-long voyage to Kenya. Louisiana farmers planted about 400,000 acres of rice this year. That's according to USDA's National Agricultural Statistics Service.
Meanwhile, our neighbors to the north, farmers in Arkansas, have only planted about 850,000 acres of rice, down from 1.2 million acres last year. Now, Don, if you're good at math, you can quickly figure out that's down by as many acres as Louisiana plants statewide. Our friends at the Arkansas Farm Bureau say rising input costs and weak prices prompted that drop in acreage.
We're not going to plant any rice this year.
We normally plant about 800 acres of rice, but this year we've cut our rice back. We've got 200 acres.
We have 851,000 acres in Arkansas. Last year we had more like 1,281,000. In the two previous years we were over 1.4 million. When we started bombing Iran, that caused input costs to rise, such as fertilizer and fuel. That was really detrimental. Our prices for rice have been low, especially during the decision-making time this past winter when they were deciding which crops to grow. And the rising input costs has been a double whammy.
The way the markets are and the problems we're having with getting rid of our rice crop from last year, we just decided not to plant any. Then it made that decision even easier when fuel prices and fertilizer prices started to go up again. We just decided to back off. We're not going to grow any rice this year.
Rice is a very expensive crop to grow, but Arkansas is very well suited to rice. A lot of the land in the Delta, a lot of those soils are heavy clay soils. We don't have a lot of topsoil, but we do have a hard pan underneath, so they hold water. But it does require a lot of fertilizer. It requires water. You have to work the ground to keep it leveled and those kinds of things, and so you use a lot of fuel.
The fuel price for rice at $4.50, it was hard to make money whenever diesel was $2.50. Let alone $4. So, I mean, we just keep cutting her back.
It's going to have a devastating effect on our infrastructure. And I know there's elevators and dryers that when they look at the rice that was planted in their general area, some of them have decided to not open up for business this year. Your concern is if this is a more than 1 year event, that infrastructure may be lost forever.
I think when you look at the Delta region in particular of Arkansas, so much of that economy is really built on rice farming. We've seen a news release recently, Riceland Foods has, I think, 23 delivery locations, and they're closing 9 of them. They provide jobs for people in areas that don't necessarily have a lot of jobs.
I'm afraid with the less supply that our industry may have to cut back on who all we can supply. And those traditional customers, they may have to seek other origins for their rice needs. And history shows us, whenever we can't supply them and they go out and find new suppliers, it's very difficult in future years to get those customers back.
My budget has me losing $300 an acre for rice.
We're not growing any rice this year because we couldn't be profitable at rice.
My advice would be to try to hang in there the best they can.
Despite the drop in acres, the Arkansas rice crop is looking good, with USDA rating 46% of the crop in the top category. Still to come on TWILA, farmers turn to the heavens to ensure a good crop this harvest.
Plus, some kids get a hands-on look at where their food comes from. Stay with us.
According to the LSU Ag Center, there are just more than 25,000 farms in Louisiana. Now, according to a quick Google search using AI, there are approximately 7,500 churches across the state. And it's here at Harvest where you often see faith and farming come together. That plane is spraying holy water on those soybeans in Grant Parish. It's part of a blessing of the harvest organized by Grant Parish Farm Bureau President Ryan Yerby. Father John Brocado, pastor of St. Joseph Catholic Church in Colfax, blessed the water in the plane and led all of these farmers in prayer for a special service at Yerby's home. Father Brocado also blessed the combine and other equipment. Yerby says farmers are inherently optimistic and spiritual.
Without God, you can't do anything. And without His blessing, you can't make it. So every day we seek His approval. Every day we work our land that He's provided for us. So everything that we can possibly do to be in His favor, to make our crops favorable, to make our community favorable, that's what we're seeking right now.
I think oftentimes this day and age, God is kind of left out of things. And for these opportunities to present themselves, for us to kind of center ourselves, humble ourselves in the presence of the Lord is tremendous.
Yerby says the event really was a community effort with help from Gatlin Farms, Bayou Gap Farms, and Pro Air Flying Service. School is back in session. In fact, the day we're shooting this, it was the first day back to school for my boys, Luke and Logan. They just started 8th and 5th grade, respectively.
But unlike your sons, Avery, some children spent their time learning this summer. TWILA's Neil Melanson takes us to a day of ag education where kids got to see where their food comes from.
I like blue crab.
It's pizza time for these kids, but Quinn Chin isn't a pizza chef by trade. She's a farmer and an educator known as Miss Q, and a lot of the ingredients are from her own garden.
Do you want to smell the garden? That just came right out of my garden this morning. So this attracts the bees and the butterflies. And this keeps the pests away, like the bugs that want to eat my plants. So you got to have both.
Making your own pizza and eating it right there is certainly fun, and only one of the activities at this event put on together by educator Aura Jones. She says teaching these kids the importance of where their ingredients come from is critical education.
I grow my stuff from like the strawberry jam and apple jelly and pear jam. All of this I made homemade from mine. And the pickles come from my homegrown cucumbers out of the garden. So that's what it's all about. Letting them know, training them to grow your own, and then you can make things from it.
Of course, all of that starts with a seed. Izzy Frank is the new horticulture extension agent for Ascension Parish and is showing these kids the proper method to grow plants in a simple plastic cup. They get to pick what kind of seed, but Frank says regardless of what they pick, each one comes with a lesson.
I guess they realize that, vegetables are part of a plant, and that, somebody had to grow that before it got to the grocery store. Some of them have talked about, I've already got some watermelons growing, and we were talking about how cucumbers and watermelons are related. So there's a lot of different aspects that they can pick up from that. And some of them were so excited they asked if they could plant too.
Jones says the education isn't just for the kids. When the adults get to taste fresh food, it makes them appreciate farming that much more.
In a grocery store, and one lady says, y'all, I'm going to buy this tomato, but it don't have no taste to it. And you know me, Neil, baby, grow your own. You can just walk by that tomato plant by the leaves. You pass up against that leaf, you walking out, and you're like, why I'm smelling like a tomato? That's the difference. The difference is in the taste, the smell.
Some fun science experiments were on tap here today, as agriculture was the first science. Where food and fun come together, though, there's learning going on. From Lamontville, I'm Neil Melanson.
By the way, if you're a teacher interested in using agriculture in your classroom, the Louisiana Farm Bureau's Ag in the Classroom program is ready to help. And there are workshops coming soon. For more on that program, visit our website at twilatv.org.
Still to come on TWILA, a familiar face here on the show is taking on a new role. We'll check in on Tammy Arender after the break.
I love it because I love cooking and I love people to be satisfied when they eat my food. Have you ever heard of peach cobbler chicken tenders? Wait till you eat it. How you doing,
Hello, how are you?
All right, sir.
Good to see you. Mike.
Eddie.
Well, show me what you got.
All right. We are in Marrero, Louisiana at the moment where the barbecue team actually started from the barbershop.
I'm Dr. Mike Strain, Louisiana Commissioner of Agriculture and Forestry. I'm here in Marrero with Kuzan's Barbecue on Westwood Drive.
About 2013, a group of guys that we just love cooking and we would talk so much smack on the weekend for football games. We just started competing and making barbecue for everybody in the neighborhood. And the next thing we knew, we were competing. That's how Kuzan started. Bunch of family members and friends. We're able to help some of the brightest minds through the barbershops. I'm a dad to a lot of kids. That's not mine. So
I met the Kuzan family of Kuzan Barbecue and the whole team when we were at the Louisiana Restaurant Association. They're one of our certified family of companies. This barbecue looks so much better than mine. Oh, I bet that's good, huh?
Yes.
Boy, that would be good on some chicken cooked on Sunday, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The Certified Louisiana program has set me apart when I need to call Baton Rouge and ask a question about what to do, where to go. They have a list of people readily at their hand to help me get through that roadblock. They've been a blessing to me.
That's what Certified Louisiana is. It's about bringing a part of our culture, a part of who we are, a part of our family from here to you.
We have a line of seasoning called chocolate that's wonderful on your ribs, your pulled pork. We have poultry pleasure that's good on anything, especially your fingers.
All right. Everybody's got to try this.
It's time now for this week's TWILA Boost, and I'm happy to say we're sharing some good news about a great friend of ours, Don.
Former RFD TV anchor and friend of TWILA, Tammy Arender, is now the anchor for newsmakers from AgriPulse. According to the news release, Tammy will lead AgriPulse's video content strategy and reporting. Arender grew up on a farm in TWILA and has more than 30 years broadcasting experience.
You may recall Louisiana Farm Bureau presented Arender with the prestigious Michael J. Dana Reginald Wallace Ag Communicator of the Year Award at its 104th annual convention this year. On a personal note, I've known Tammy since my time at WAFB many years ago when she worked at the competing station, and I can say I could not be more happy or proud for my friend. I love when good things happen to good people. And she also has a cookbook, by the way, which is really cool because it's not just recipes. Like, she has stories behind it and everything. She may have signed a copy for me, Don.
My wife insisted I get that for her. There was no question about it. I had to get Tammy's cookbook.
Well, you're a good man. And that does it for this edition of TWILA. Be sure to join us next week when we'll have an encore presentation, as we're going to be at the American Farm Bureau Staff Institute.
Until then, you can watch all of our stories online at twilatv.org, and be sure to like us on Facebook. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram. You can also find all of these stories and more on our YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications so you know when we put out new content.
Thanks for joining us. We hope to see you again right here next week.